everyone. Today we are back with a new type of animal tissue, that is the connective tissue. In the last class we have read about the different types of epithelial tissue. Today we are going to read about the different types of connective tissue. Now the connective tissue, as the name suggests, that it brings a connection between the various body organs, and it is the largest type of animal tissue found in our body. Okay, so the one which brings connection between the various internal organs and various body parts, that type of tissue togetherly is known as your connective tissue. Okay, now these are specialized tissue and they perform different types of functions. Now what different types of functions they perform is that they help in the binding. Some of the connective tissues helps in the binding of what? Muscle with the bone, skin with that of the muscle, then bone with the bone. So binding takes place by the help of this connective tissue. They helps in supporting the body, that means they form the internal framework of the body. The body's movement and locomotion is brought about by the bones, skeletal system of our body, and the bones is a type of connective tissue. Okay, so along with the bone, of course, cartilage is also that which gives shape to our body and also which gives a support to the various parts of our body, making it a solid framework. Packing. So there are internal organs, so that while we are functioning, the internal organs are not displaced from the place where they are located. The connective tissues plays here also a role, that in between the internal organs there are these connective tissues which helps them to be where they should be, so that they are not displaced from their original position. And then they help in the transporting of substances. Of course, you have read about the blood and you have also read about the lymph, which are the two liquid or fluid connective tissues. Now these two types of tissues helps in exchange of materials or transportation of materials from one place to another place. That is, it can help in the transportation of gas, it can help in the transportation of simplified food substances, it can help in the transportation of enzymes, hormones, and sometimes it can also help to remove the excretory materials from the various cells of the tissues after the metabolism is done. So these are the primary functions. That is, what is the primary function? One is your binding, then next one is supporting, then is the packing, and last is the transporting of the substances to the different parts of our body. So this is the different functions of the connective tissue present in our body. Now these things you will be noting down. What is the function of connective tissue? Number one, binding, number two, supporting, then packing and transporting substances to the different parts of our body. Okay, so note it down from here itself in your classwork copy, so that you can easily remind or recapitulate when you will be reading. Next we are going to read about these connective tissues in a vivid form. So basically the connective tissue can be classified into three different types. See, in your NCERT this three classification is not given, but the different types of tissues coming under these classifications are individually dealt with. Now why I have separated or broadly classified this connective tissue into three different types is that so that easily you can understand that which type of connective tissue will belong to which category. Okay, number one is loose connective tissue, number two is dense connective tissue, and number three is specialized connective tissue. Okay, first is loose connective tissue. Now what is this loose connective tissue? Loose means which is not tightly bound. See, any kind of connective tissues, if we talk about, they will have a matrix. Okay, and this matrix is made up of a substance, a protein which is called collagen, or it is called elastin. Okay, which is quite flexible. It is also giving strength, and it also gives us support. So on this matrix, which is mostly made up of this collagen fibers, or which is mostly made up of elastin fibers, they have different types of cells which are arranged within this matrix. When these cells which are arranged in this matrix of collagen or different types of other kinds of carbohydrates or polysaccharides, if they are loosely arranged, if they are scattered, if they are not compact, in that case we call them as your loose connective tissue. Okay, and dense connective tissues means when these cells and the fibers or the collagens are in a definite pattern, so that they are very tight, they are flexible, they are elastic, but they are so tightly and compactly arranged that they form this dense connective tissue. Okay, dense connective tissue, further when you will be going to the higher classes, you will see that the dense connective tissues, depending upon the arrangement, whether the cells and the fibers are regularly arranged, they are regular dense connective tissue. When they are just scattered but they are compact, but the cells are scattered within the matrix, then they are called as your irregular dense connective tissue. But presently you don't have to bother about this regular and irregular dense connective tissue. What you should know is that dense connective tissue is a kind of connective tissue in which the matrix is formed. It is having the fibroblast cells, it is having the different types of other cells which are arranged in a regular fashion and compactly arranged, which brings elasticity, flexibility to the body organs, and also it helps to bring connection between the various parts of the body, okay, internal organs of our body. Specialized connective tissue, as the name suggests, specialized, that means they have some special function to perform. Now what are these special functions to perform? These special functions includes your blood and lymph, that means which bring, it's a liquid connective tissue, the only connective tissue whose matrix does not have collagen or elastin in it, okay, because it is made up of what? The matrix in case of the liquid connective tissue is known as your plasma, which is mostly water and the water soluble substances in it, okay, like it will be having proteins in it, it will be having some mineral salts in it. So all those substances will be present in case of this liquid matrix of the liquid connective tissue, which is a kind of specialized connective tissue. And along with that, we have two more type of specialized tissue. One is a bone and the cartilage. The bone gives a solid framework to our body. It forms the endoskeleton of our body. Most of the vertebrates, that is the endoskeleton is made up of that of your bones. Cartilage is also there in case of the cartilaginous fishes. The endoskeleton is made up of cartilage, but most of the vertebrates, they have the endoskeleton which is made up of bone. So bone is a kind of specialized connective tissue, and cartilage is also a kind of specialized connective tissue. So regarding this specialized connective tissues, that is the blood, the matrix of the blood is liquid, it is not made up of collagen and elastin, unlike that of the other matrix found in the various types of other connective tissues. So regarding the blood and the lymph, the matrix is not solid, it is liquid, and the matrix is known as plasma because it is mostly made up of water and the soluble proteins in it, along with that some mineral salts in it. Okay, now we will be taking upon one by one the various kinds of connective tissues. So the first connective tissue is a loose connective tissue. As the name suggests, the loose means what? Here the cells which are present in the matrix of the connective tissues, they are loosely arranged, they are scattered. Okay, what are these two types of loose connective tissues found? One is your areolar connective tissue and the other one is your adipose tissue. Okay, areolar. Okay, so let us write it. So areolar and adipose. Now what is this areolar connective tissue? What is its function? Is that the areolar connective tissue comprises of the matrix, which is, I told you, made up of your collagen fibers. It has fibroblast cells. The fibroblast cells forms the fibers which gives that is the flexibility or elasticity to this kind of areolar tissues which are beneath our skin. And since they are beneath our skin, so they help in the connection between that of the skin with that of the muscle of our body. Okay, also this areolar connective tissues have the cells other than the fibroblast cells, it has mast cells. What is the function of the mast cells is that it will be helping to get rid of the any kind of allergens or foreign substances entering into our body. It has macrophages in it. Okay, so the macrophages will be eating up the various foreign substances entering into our body, and they will be killing them. So the different types of cells are found in case of your areolar connective tissue: mast cell, fibroblast cells, then your the immunocytes or the macrophages, which makes them you can say a unique kind of connective tissue, which not only helps in making a connection between that of the outer skin to that of the muscle layer, but also helps to fight against the invading germs. It also helps in repairing of the tissue injuries in our body, and also it helps in the packing of around the, that is the various kinds of your internal organs. So that is the function of the areolar connective tissue. Then next is the adipose tissue, which is also a part of loose connective tissue. Now what is the difference between these two is that adipose tissues have the cells which have the vacuoles filled with fat. See, the excess food which we are eating and which we are storing in our body, which we are not utilizing instantly, they are stored in the form of fat droplets. Now these fat droplets are found in the vacuoles of certain cells which are called as your adipocyte cells, found in the certain types of loose connective tissues, which we call as your adipose tissue or adipocyte, which is made up of adipocyte cells. What is the function of this is that it also helps in making a connection between that of the skin with the underlying muscle layers. That is, it forms it is just beneath our skin, and since they are provided with that of the fat droplets, so it brings insulation. It brings insulation, and also it restores the body temperature, so it maintains the body temperature. This type of tissue is found between the internal organs, so that they remain in the place where they are intended to be remaining, and they are not displaced upon. They are found beneath our eyes, because eyes are present in a socket. So around the eyeballs are present the adipose tissues. So various organs, internal organs are provided surrounding it, like the blood vessels. Surrounding the blood vessels is the adipose tissues. So these are the various functions of the adipose tissues. Okay, so areolar tissue and adipose tissues are the two forms of the loose connective tissue. Next we will take upon the dense connective tissue. Now dense, as I told you, dense means here the matrix, that is the collagen fibers, are tightly arranged, and along with that the cells which are associated with the dense connective tissues, they are also compactly arranged within the matrix. Okay, now what are the examples of the dense connective tissue? The examples of the dense connective tissue is your tendons and ligaments. Now what are these tendons and ligaments? Tendons are the kind of dense connective tissues which brings a connection between that of the muscle with that of the bone. Okay, they are not so flexible, but they are having a lot of strength in it. Okay, they have a lot of power in them, they have a lot of strength, and they are attaching our muscle with that of our bones. So that is the function of that of your that is a dense connective tissue, which is known as your tendon. So tendon is a kind of dense connective tissue which joins the muscle to that of the bones. Okay, now the bones of our body are also joined with each other, isn't it? So the bones, one bone is joined with that of the other bone with the help of a kind of connective tissue. Now this connective tissue is known as your ligament. So ligament is also a kind of dense connective tissue, and tendon is also a kind of dense connective tissue. Okay, the tendon is a kind of white, it is made up of white fibers, and the ligaments are made up of the yellow fibers. The ligaments are highly elastic and they are flexible, but they have very little matrix compared to that of the tendons. The tendons have matrix, sufficient amount of matrix in them, and the tendons are made up of the white fibers, as I told you, but the ligaments are made up of basically yellow fibers, but along with that they have white fibers too. Okay, and both of them help in the movement. One helps in the movement of the bones, that is it is between the bones and bones, so it helps in bringing the movement between the bones, and the other is associated between the muscle attached with that of the bone. So there the flexibility is comparatively less compared to that of the ligaments, as we see in case of the tendons, and both of them are belonging to the dense connective tissue. The next one is the specialized connective tissue. Under this category, I told you what are the three things. One is your cartilage, next is your bone, and another one is your blood or the liquid connective tissue. Along with blood, there is one more liquid connective tissue, that is called the lymph. Okay, now regarding the that is your cartilage. Now cartilage are a kind of the specialized connective tissues which are found between the bones. That is, if we see our vertebral column, okay, the vertebral column is made up of pieces of bones. In between the pieces of the bones, the end of the bones are provided with that of the cartilage. So it brings a connection between that of the bones of the vertebral column. It is present in the parts of our body like the tip of our nose, like the external pinna. So these are the places when a human being is born. The human being is born with lot of cartilage tissues, but these cartilage tissues gradually changes into bones when the baby grows up. The cartilages are made up of a special type of cell which is called as your chondrocyte cells, and these cells are found within a lacunae. Lacunae is what? Lacunae is a kind of, you can say, empty that is your space in between which that is your chondrocyte cells are present. Okay, and the matrix of this cartilage is highly dense, and they don't have any that is your blood vessels in them. They are not porous, and they are that is the chondrocyte cells are present in certain special kind of lacunae which is sparsely arranged within the matrix. Okay, so that is about the cartilages and the function of the cartilage, that it helps in the movement of the body. Okay, movement of the body, that is it helps in sometimes in the end of the bones are also provided with that of the cartilage. So that is the function of the cartilage present in our body. The next type of specialized connective tissue is that of your bone. Now bones and the cartilage, what is the difference is that the matrix of the cartilage is not hard, it is flexible. Okay, whereas if you see the that is matrix of the bones, which is also a kind of specialized connective tissue, it is provided with salts of calcium and phosphorus, that is carbonates of that is your phosphorus and that of your calcium. So because of these salts present within the matrix of the bone, the matrix is hard. Okay, the matrix is hard. It is the bone cells which is known as your osteocytes. Now these osteocytes are present in a special concentric ring like structure which is forming a that is your canal, which is called as your Harvasian canal in the center, and they have the like, suppose if this is the Harvasian canal, so there will be the bone cells will be surrounding them in the form of the concentric rings like this, and they will be surrounded with that of the canaliculum, and these canaliculum will be joined with each other. Okay, so they will be joined with each other so that there is a exchange of gases, or there is exchange of nutrients between them, and they are porous. They are provided with the blood that is vessels, and they are hard compared to that of the cartilage tissues, and they form the solid framework of our body. So that is the kind of specialized connective tissue which is known as your bone. So along with the cartilage, the bones also helps in forming the framework of an organism and helps in the movement and the locomotion of our body. The long bones present in our body are also the places where they are associated with the kind of cells which is called as your megakaryocytes, which help in the formation of the RBC of the blood component, which is another kind of specialized connective tissue. So that is also one of the important functions of that of the bones. Okay, so the next is your specialized connective tissue is your blood or lymph. Now regarding this blood and lymph, I have given in the description box a link where you can just get a good idea about the components of the blood, the function of the blood, the components of the lymph and the various functions of the lymph in details. But as it is included here, so I'm just giving you a brief idea that it is a liquid connective tissue, specialized liquid connective tissue, which is having a matrix which is liquid, and in between them there are certain cells, blood cells, which are floating. Now each of these blood cells are again associated with some specialized functions. Some are associated with carrying the oxygen and transporting it to the various cells of our body, again returning back the carbon dioxide. So that transportation is done by the help of those cells. Some cells which are called as your WBC present in the blood, they are associated with the that is the defense mechanism of our body. And finally one more type of blood cells are there which is associated with the clotting of the blood. So details, as I told you, link is given in the description box. Please go through it, then you can get a better idea. And with this we have come to the end of the various types of connective tissues discussed in our chapter. Although again I am telling these three divisions, broad divisions of the connective tissues, as such what I have written is not mentioned, but I have mentioned it for your easy understanding that which one will be under which group. Loose connective tissue, areolar tissue and adipose tissue. Dense connective tissue, you will be reading about the ligaments and the tendons. Specialized connective tissue, you will be reading about the cartilage, about the bones, about the blood and about the lymph. So this way, if you will be reading, the structure, the function of these kind of connective tissues will become clear to you. Next we will take upon the muscular tissue and the nervous tissue. That's all for today's class.